Hi guys, Demon Ferret here, and again, weird things happening. So if anyone's seen the Etsy sale video, I'll put a card up there. You may have realized that I mentioned that last weekend I went hiking. Well, it turns out that I probably touched some sort of poisonous plant. Because I touched, probably, some sort of poisonous plant, I don't think it would be wise for me to get into a suit to prevent the spread of poisonous plant oils into all of my suits, which would just be a bad idea. So, I found a way around it, but until I get that set up, I'm going to do a small video doing this. So, good news for you guys, you'll be getting two videos this week. One, this small one, and the other is when I get my solution made for this stupid poisonous plant deal. So I'm playing Saurian. My computer is finally upgraded. I have a new video card, I have more RAM, so I can finally play games like this and not kill my computer. So we're gonna, by default, play the Dakota Raptor. So this is a short video where I want to make a reminder. And this is gonna go off of the video about stealing fursuits that I made a while ago. Again, card up at the top. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it seems like the message isn't getting through. So, this information is very important, even if it doesn't seem like it is. So please spread this as much as you can, either by word of mouth, sharing the video. I don't really care how you do it. This information needs to go around. And I don't want to repeat myself too much from that first video I did, so I'm not going to explain why fursuits are stolen or anything like that. I explained all of that in that first video. What I am going to do is I'm going to go over, as I go and eat my sibling here, oh, you son of a... Get back here. Okay, I am going to go over what you should do if your fursuit is stolen. And please note that this is only if your fursuit is stolen out of a car, or other public place. If it's stolen out of a convention, then you have a bigger problem on your hands, because that means that it was probably stolen by a furry or by a hotel goer for unknown reasons. But if your fursuit was stolen out of your car, it was stolen by your average burglar, and you have to think on those terms. Again, I go over that in that first video. So what you should do, and what you shouldn't do, well, first I should say what you shouldn't do. What you shouldn't do is that you shouldn't immediately spend all of your energy and your time going onto Facebook and Twitter and all of your social media sites and calling for help from the community. Because I'm really sorry to say that if your suit was stolen out of your car, most people can't help you. And I really do hate to say that, but it's the truth. So, what do you do is the real question, I guess. And in that case, the only thing I can really recommend is, honestly, the first thing that you should do... Oh no, that's not drinkable, is it? Oh, yes it is. I know where I am. The first thing you should do if your suit's been stolen out of a car is simply try your best to arrange a search party. Whether it be with friends, other furs, locals who would be willing to help you. And you need to search the alleyways, the dumpsters, the storm drains, and pretty much any area where something that would be easily discarded would be discarded. Um, Again, you have to think like the thief. And a thief who sees a fursuit is going to be like, the hell is this? This is worthless. Because to them it is. We know that it's worth something, but that doesn't mean that it's worth anything to anyone else. So you have to treat it the way that they would treat it. And the way that they would treat it is simply, this isn't worth anything, but the container I stole it in is worth something. So I'm just going to throw away what's in the container, keep the container, and probably sell that. Are you starting to get my drift? The first thing that you need to do. Also, if you want to put up lost posters around the area, that could also be very useful. Hang out with this herd for a little bit. But that could also help you quite a bit. Putting up lost posters. Because if anyone's going to find it, it's probably going to be a local. You could also put the lost posters up around where dumpsters might be in the hopes that a sanitation worker might find it. Because, again, if anyone's going to find it, it's going to be the people who are dealing with that kind of stuff on a regular basis. So, sanitation workers, even policemen might find it. And I explained this in the original video, and this is one of the few things I'm going to absolutely double back on. One of the few suits that was stolen that I know of ever being recovered was a purple giraffe. And I still, for the life of me, don't remember the name of this giraffe. It was found in a storm drain by a homeless person. That should tell you enough about what happens to suits that are stolen. No one sees them as valuable. No one's going to be going on eBay selling your suit, or for frick's sake, Furbuy, and selling your suit if it was stolen out of your car. It's just not gonna happen. And I hate seeing, especially as of late, whenever convention season starts up, these posts always start springing up more and more. It's always my suit was stolen, help me find it. Or, my suit was stolen and, we're furries, we're strong together, we can find it if we try hard enough. And then everyone's recommendations are, check Furbuy, check eBay, check the dealer's den. Check meets and conventions to see if someone's wearing it, if they'd be stupid enough to do so. It wasn't stolen by a furry, okay? 99% of the time, it's not stolen by another furry. It's stolen by an average thief who thought he was getting something valuable, and was dead wrong. The thing you have to do is you have to take yourself out of the furry mindset and put yourself back into the mindset of the real world. This is the failing I see in a lot of people. They don't put themselves back in the mindset of the real world. And if they did, they would realize that there's something wrong with the way that they're thinking. I cannot find any lizards. It's just upsetting. It really is. Ooh, there's one. It's just upsetting to see people missing their suit. They lost it, it was stolen, whatever. And just going down every single completely 100% wrong path in an attempt to get it back. Yes. Hopefully, this reminder will help some of you guys. And if you see a post for a stolen suit, make sure to bring this up. But also, be nice about it. I see people bringing this fact up and they're just like, well, you should never have left your suit in the car in the first place. While that's true, you don't have to be a complete asshole. You can say, hey, look, it's unfortunate that this happened. It's a lesson not to let it happen again, but here's what you can do to maybe get it back. And then go into the whole, get a search party, blah, 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 and try to get it back that way. Because if you don't have a group of people, you're less likely to find it. I mean, that's just basic math. If you're on your own trying to, you know, get an animal suit back in a, blah 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 mile radius, that's hard to patrol on your own. That's hard to get through by yourself. But if you have a group of people, it could go by a lot easier, and you may have a higher chance of success. I will say, if you haven't watched that first video, that a lot of the advice that I give may seem completely back-ass words. I know that. I'm 100% aware of this. But it's simply because I'm taking myself out of the furry mindset and putting myself in the mindset of the real world. Which is what you need to do. Oh, no, I think that's a big deal. Yeah, it is. So, please check that initial video out. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And I know that I say that in almost every single one of my videos, but in this case, I am extremely serious. Misinformation and taking the wrong attitude about these things is how stuff gets stolen. It's how you lose your stuff forever. So, if you have any questions or you need some clarification on some of the advice that I give in that first video, leave a comment or leave a comment on this video or whatever. But please, 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 if you haven't watched that first video, I implore you to do so, because if you don't, this is going to be really confusing really, really quickly. So, that's my spiel. And in my next video, you'll see my my weird solution to my little poison something problem. I'll see you guys later. Bye!